could get a could
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda. I want, I need, I can't breathe with a pillow over my face. I really wish they would open. There's dozens of investigations I wish they'd open.
Oh, yeah. Right, exactly.
In a way, I'm kind of glad that the troll showed up because it segued you into this very interesting aspect of your history and your family that I had no idea about.
No, most people don't.
Great. This is great radio.
Most people don't know it. Most people don't know it because I don't get out and talk about it. Why? Because most people wouldn't even understand what we're talking about.
I think it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Well, yeah, but these are clowns. These are clowns. These are clowns that don't know shit.
Yeah, the reason why
they can't tell the shit between shit and chocolate.
Can't find their ass with two hands.
No,
well, it's kind of weird. You were thinking about you grew up in a library. You just made me think of something, my own life experience. I think one of the reasons why I became so open-minded and one of the reasons why I became an anarchist is because I was homeless. And honestly, one of my safe places, one of my places of refuge, a library is somewhere I could go and sit down and drink water and take my backpack off and relax. And it was viewed as a place of safety. So I spent, easily, 4 years worth of college in a library for, in a year. Yeah. Because I spent maybe 200 days in a library, and I just read out of sheer boredom. When you don't have a TV, you don't have a Walkman, you don't have anything, you have limited space, and you have maybe a few ounces of extra space in your backpack for a book, wow. I mean, that just made me think, I'm probably who I am today in many respects because of being homeless. It's weird, Yeah. The reason why I mentioned the book earlier, The CIA's Greatest Hits, is because it's very short. It's a small paperback, but I just looked at it, and it goes through. It's a good primer for people to read that would pertain to the stuff that Felipe was touching on when he was talking about all this history of the intelligence community, and that's why I mentioned it. And I'm looking at it right now on Amazon. People can rush out and pick it up for $11.99, and the author should pay me to plug his book.
Right.
Right. I always think like the anarcho-capitalist that I am, I was trying to think of some way to turn it into free market enterprise.
What is even more fucking upsetting and about all this bullshit is that people not even just about the candy shit, because I've been over that for years, is that these motherfuckers, they fucking think like there's some fucking money to be made in this, and the only people making money is fucking is us. Motherfucker, you have no idea what's going on here. You got no fucking idea. We have a person who was conned by somebody to believing that they were going to go move in with them. This happened last month. Remember, I think you talked to this guy. I don't think I've talked to you since. This Eric Williams guy.
I had a conversation with him, and he blew some smoke up my ass and said some stuff that I talked to my significant other right after I had the conversation with him, going, "This sounds wonderful, but I'm not going to put any stock in it."
And I told you
because I think it might be fake.
Right, and I told you that too. I told you that straight away. I said, "Hey, I've not vetted this fucking guy. I don't know anything about him. If he wants to talk to you, tell him what it is. Play along." And so, but as a byproduct of that, Constitutional Corner, Maddie Brophy, was lured to Southern California under the guise that she was going to go work with this guy because he was going to become a benefactor from the organization we were going to form called the Black Coat Media whatever
Educational Foundation,
Educational Empowerment and Educational Fund, which is still going to happen. It's really going to happen. It's not, and we don't need the money from this guy here, and that's really the reality. We don't really need that. We had already, and this is something what was actually going on before Bunny Boots and company had gone and even thought about doing the National Association for Individual Rights. I was looking for a way, and we had been for a long time, to develop a network of attorneys that would be willing to be in a position to help auditors and activists. And so that's where we started working on it, because here my wife was working as a defense attorney for representing doctors, lawyers, and insurance companies as a medical malpractice defense attorney. And understand this. So we had some fucking dickbag call my wife a piece of shit attorney. And what is also the same guy who stole a flashlight from a security guard while conducting an audit. and ran off into the street, and then wanted us to do backdoor deals with the judge because he wanted to exude his white privilege, and he definitely didn't want to have the world know that he has this pending 211 charge, which is a robbery of a person, which is a felony in his state, while exposing the fact that he has a Class 3 federal firearms license and that he behaves like this on a regular basis. So much so it was documented on video while he's doing an audit, telling a man dying who admitted that he was dying of cancer, saying, "I hope you die. I hope you fucking die." And just being, likely being under the influence of either alcohol or some other type of chemicals. Not saying that using them is wrong, but going out there and using your camera as a means to bully people. Hey, if people enjoy your shit, then that's what that is. And so here we are with that situation. Someone comes out and calls my wife a piece of shit attorney. Who goes, actually, what I said was on my live stream. Goes, hey, if you want to know, if it was, the question was, what happened to this one guy's channel? I said, well, if you want to know what happened to that guy's channel, just call in and ask.